Welcome back to The Explainer. So today we're diving into a super fascinating, incredibly accessible health experiment. We're talking about drinking exactly 3 liters of water every single day for a full week. What actually happens to your body when you intentionally supercharge your hydration? Well, the absolute best part about this? Zero heavy workouts required. No gym time. We're relying purely on the power of water to shift your energy, target stubborn water weight, and radically change your skin.
I mean, it almost sounds a little too simple, doesn't it? Can a daily habit this basic genuinely transform your body in just 1 week? We always tend to think we need these extreme diets or intense, grueling regimens to see real results. But the data tells a totally different story. It suggests that simply optimizing your fluid intake can trigger rapid, highly noticeable biological shifts. So we're going to break down exactly how this happens, focusing on 2 major things: kicking that stubborn water weight and leveling up your overall skin health. All right, let's just quickly map out what this 7-day timeline actually looks like. We're anchoring this chronological journey on the daily tracking provided by the Vitality Vixens. We've got day 1, the bathroom marathon, day 3, the de-bloat, and finally day 7, the skin glow up. Let's get right into it. Now, before we hit day 1, let's set the record straight on what kind of weight we're actually talking about here. Rumen science breaks this down perfectly. Temporary water weight, that's all about rapid shifts, sometimes literally overnight. It's driven entirely by your body's fluid and sodium balance, and it has absolutely zero caloric impact. Fat loss, on the other hand, is gradual. It requires a sustained caloric deficit to actually reduce body fat percentage. In this 7-day experiment, we are exclusively targeting that rapid water weight. Okay, so entering days 1 and 2, yeah, get ready for the bathroom marathon. Your body is simply not used to processing 3 liters of fluid, right? Especially if you're someone who normally runs on coffee or tea instead of pure water. This initial shock to your system means the most noticeable symptom you're going to experience is running to the restroom basically every single hour. It's an annoying, but totally necessary adaptation phase. But here is where it gets super interesting. Despite the complete annoyance of constant bathroom trips, the immediate payoff on day 1 is kind of wild. Just look at this quote from the Vitality Vixens. "I'm peeing like crazy, but on the bright side, I feel great. I'm feeling more energized and alert." Your brain is incredibly sensitive to hydration levels. Flooding it with adequate water almost immediately clears up that awful afternoon brain fog and lethargy. So why exactly is your body flushing out so much liquid right out of the gate? Well, it's a giant puzzle connected directly to your daily diet. Check this out. For every single gram of carbohydrate you store in your muscles and liver as glycogen, your body automatically attaches about 3 grams of water to it. So, if your diet is heavy in carbs, your body is essentially hoarding a massive amount of hidden fluid. By optimizing your hydration, you're finally helping your body manage and flush that system out. Which brings us to the ultimate hydration paradox. A lot of people get tripped up by this. Think about it. If you're feeling all bloated and heavy, why on earth would you consume more fluid? It seems completely backward, doesn't it? If you're holding on to water, shouldn't you restrict your intake? Well, human biology actually works in the exact opposite way. It all comes down to an ancient survival mechanism. When you aren't drinking enough water, your body essentially panics. It enters a state of mild dehydration and starts holding on to every single drop of fluid it can find. It leaks fluid into surrounding tissues, which is a condition known as edema. That's what causes that really uncomfortable swelling and bloating. By drinking 3 liters, you're sending a loud and clear signal to your kidneys. You're telling them, hey, water is plentiful. It's finally safe to stop hoarding fluid and flush out all that excess sodium. If we look at the data from HydrateSpark, you can literally see this flushing mechanism in action. On one side, you've got the dehydrated state. The body is conserving fluid, tissues are swollen from the salt load. But on the hydrated side, your kidneys are easily flushing out the excess sodium and water, completely reducing that bloating. This rapid metabolic transition is exactly why people doing this 3-liter challenge report a massive de-bloat feeling by day 3. All right, as we cruise into days 4 through 7, the internal fluid balance stabilizes. Day 4, hydration stabilizes. Day 5, elasticity improves. And day 7, you get that visible radiance. The bloating is gone, and the benefits shift completely to the outside. What we're really focusing on here is your skin barrier. Willingly Skincare explains this perfectly. Your skin barrier is your ultimate physical defense against pollutants, allergens, and UV stress, but it relies heavily on internal water to stay strong and supple. Hydration is an inside-out job. When your cells are fully saturated, it drops irritation, fights off dryness, and literally plumps your skin up right from underneath. Now, clinical studies, like the 2015 research cited by Willingly Skincare, show that increasing your daily water intake by 2 liters creates measurable improvements in skin hydration and softness within 4 weeks. But challengers in this 7-day experiment frequently report a visible glow-up by the end of just 1 week. Maintaining that 3-liter habit for 7 straight days actively fights dullness, boosts cell turnover, and builds the foundation for super resilient skin.
I know what you're thinking. Staring down 3 whole liters of liquid every day can feel pretty intimidating. But here is an absolute cheat code for you. 20 to 30% of your daily water intake can actually come straight from your food. Seriously, water-rich foods like cucumber, which is 96% water, or watermelon and oranges, they don't just help you easily hit that 3-liter goal, they also pack in incredible skin-repairing vitamins and antioxidants. Okay, we do need to pause for a second and shift gears, because more is absolutely not always better. We have to talk about the danger zone, the safety boundaries of hydration. Yes, water is literally vital for life, but pushing past your body's physiological limits is a very real, very serious medical reality. We need to look at overhydration and water intoxication. According to the Cleveland Clinic, healthy kidneys have a very strict speed limit. They can only process about 800 to 1,000 milliliters. That's roughly 27 to 34 ounces of water per hour. If you just chug a massive amount of water all at once, you're literally overwhelming your kidneys. They just physically cannot drain the fluid fast enough. And when you overwhelm them, that excess water dangerously dilutes the sodium in your blood. This leads to a severe condition called hyponatremia. We're talking nausea, vomiting, intense headaches, confusion. And here is a huge takeaway for you. Completely clear, colorless urine, that is not a badge of honor. It is actually a major warning sign from your body that you are overhydrated. Your urine should look like light lemonade, not completely clear water. So pacing is everything if you want the benefits without stressing your organs. Hydratus lays out a really smart daily action plan for this. First, tackle 300 to 400 milliliters right when you wake up. Second, sip steadily midday, again, no chugging. And third, make sure you stop drinking heavy amounts of water about 2 hours before bed, otherwise you are totally going to ruin your sleep cycle with midnight bathroom trips. When you actually pace it right and stick to the protocol, the final 7-day verdict is honestly undeniable. We are looking at vastly increased daytime energy, the flushing out of all that uncomfortable water weight, visibly plumper skin, and naturally improved digestion. That is one incredibly impressive biological payoff for a challenge that literally doesn't require a single trip to the gym. This whole 3-liter challenge is a fantastic 1-week reset for your body. But as the Cleveland Clinic and other health experts remind us, everyone's body is completely unique. Ultimately, the greatest takeaway from all this data is learning to actually listen to your own body. So as we wrap up this explainer, I'll leave you with this. Once you experience a 7-day reset like this, are you ready to let your own natural thirst, your energy levels, and your body's signals guide you to your perfect daily hydration number for lifelong wellness?